Dollar bill, y'all, dollar bill, y'all.
Hi everybody. If you didn't already know by the description, and the B-roll of me just flailing cash everywhere, this video is on how I saved up enough money to go to school. I guess it looks a lot flashier than it actually is, but if you were paying attention, it was a big wad of singles, so it was about $80. It really wasn't that impressive. Anyway, so let's talk about some of the things that I did to save for school, to prep for school, and to, oh god, this camera, and some of the cutting corners that I did to get where I needed to be. So one of the things that I did to save money for school is I worked multiple jobs. I ended up signing up for, I worked independently, and then I signed up for an agency as well, doing promotions, and that was great because I could work my hours in between everything else. And then I was also working as a bartender. So between those couple of jobs, I saved up quite a lot of money, which was great. It was not easy. This took me about 3.5 years to do. Some of the other ways that I cut corners, I bought almost nothing new in the last 3 years. I have not bought any brand new clothes. Everything I buy from Goodwill or I thrift. I look for the best deals on makeup for my business. You know, waiting for stuff to go on sale or stuff to go down. Two of the best times to go shopping for makeup to get the best discounts would be right after Halloween for FX, right on Black Friday for regular makeup, and then right after Christmas for regular makeup. Hi. Hello. Guest appearance with Shanti. Hi. Pro tip, when you save a bunch of cash in a safe like I did, it smells awful. It smells like sweaty buttholes. And some of the other ways that I saved up while building my skill set is I did a number of gigs where I wasn't paid, but I did have them buy the supplies. So that was a good trade that kind of built my kit, built my portfolio, and didn't cut into my budget. I also downloaded an app. I downloaded an app called JobSpotter. I really enjoyed using this app. It was a cool, like, easy app. I just take pictures of job signs, and then they actually credit to my Amazon account, and I use that Amazon money to buy things online when I need them for videos or photo shoots or whatnot. So that's an option as well. I would like to say that hard work and perseverance were the only two things that really helped me get where I am, and it did. It did. A lot of hard work, working, saving, making sure, you know, I'm not eating out a ton, and that I'm being really responsible with my spending. You know, I'm not buying, like, stuff I don't need. Also perseverance of chasing down every scholarship opportunity that I could get a hold of. This was not an easy road for me. This wasn't just like, hey, somebody gave you, you know, a $10,000 scholarship, because I did get a $10,000 scholarship, but it took me 3 years of applying to that scholarship before I got it. So I applied for the Neill scholarship 3 times, the Legends of Makeup scholarship, which has been Neill all 3 years that I've applied for it. I applied for the Creature Creation scholarship 2 years in a row, and I applied for the Next Level Cosplay scholarship 2 years in a row. I also applied for the kryolan brand ambassador scholarship, and entered pretty much every makeup contest I could possibly get my hands on. So I did a lot to attempt to save up for this, and a lot of hard work into earning the scholarships. I would definitely say, for anybody who's looking at these scholarships, The creature creation one was probably one of the least labor-intensive ones. Next to the brand ambassador scholarships. I struggled with creating a creature and creating one in a crunched amount of time. I would say that the portfolio one, if you have a great portfolio already, which was the Neill one that I applied for, that one definitely, if you already have a great portfolio, is great. I really worked on expanding my portfolio and getting it where I needed it to be. The most intensive one was definitely the next level of cosplay scholarship. That scholarship brought me to tears of frustration before I finished it, while I was competing, and after losing. So it was not an easy go at all. Be prepared to set aside days where you literally spend the entire day on your phone pushing yourself and trying to convince the world that you are worth voting for. So that was insane. Some of the other things that I put out there, I told everybody that I wanted to go to school. Like, I made it very clear that it was my top priority, and that going to school and building my portfolio were my two top priorities pretty much in my entire life. I did put up a GoFundMe to help fund the costs of my next level of cosplay scholarships. I didn't do great on either one of them. And then when I lost the second time, I put up a GoFundMe for just my regular scholarship. I didn't do great, but I did raise a significant amount of money, about $200. So, you know, every little bit counts. We did start a change jar in our home that we've been saving in for about 2 years now, me and my boyfriend, and we're using that as our gas cash to get out to LA, because we will be driving there and vlogging our little road trip across the country, because I'm not going to see him for 5 months afterwards. And I know that might not seem like a big deal to a lot of you, but I'm a pansy and I like to see him every day, so it's a big deal for me, and spending time with him before I leave is really, really important to me. I picked up every odd job, every side gig, anything that offered me some sort of benefit and or cash to save up for this. Some of the help that I received was the scholarship. I received a bit through my GoFundMe. I did just have a going away party last weekend, and a couple of people were kind enough to give me a little bit of cash as like a going away present, which was really, really, really kind of them, and I didn't expect that from anybody. I mean, some of it was really personal too. I mean, Chris picked up pretty much all the slack in the bills, and I would be lying if I said that I could do this without him. You know, I had a family I was living with before this that didn't really charge me anything either, and I just sat and worked my butt off to save for school, and they let me kind of stay there with, like, for nothing, just to help me out, because I had just gotten out of a really, really bad situation before that. And they were like, just stay here and save for school and focus on what you need to focus on to get you where we need to get you. And if I didn't have that kind of help, I don't know that I would have enough saved up right now to be able to go. One of the reasons that I am secure in going as well is I will be renting from a friend of mine. They're putting me up in their apartment for 5 months. It's gonna be a little cramped because it's a 1-bedroom, so I'm just gonna sleep on the couch. But I'm paying them a little bit of rent, and I feel like they're charging me a really, really, really low amount for being in LA, and that's one of the only reasons that I can also go. So was it hard work and perseverance? Yes. But if I said like, hey kids, you can do this no matter what if you just work hard. If you work hard and you really want something, I do think that you can make it happen. But just working hard and trying to save money when you're not making a ton of money anyway, I will not sit there and tell you that, like, yes, all you have to do is work hard and you'll get there, because I know that it takes more than hard work. It also takes a little bit of luck, and I have been really lucky and really fortunate to have a very supportive network of people to help me get where I am. And I just wanted to share some of that information with you on how I got where I am. So if this is a school that you're looking at getting into, it is hard. If you're looking into like anything even similar to this and getting into programs like this, I want you to know that it is hard and it takes time. And people are going to doubt you. I constantly had people like, oh, you're still trying to do that. You know, I'm 27 years old. Like, I'm getting to that point where people are like, oh, she's just gonna end up, you know, working as a bartender for her whole life, or she's gonna blah, blah, blah. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do, but it's not what I want to do. And I think people saw this dream as something that was maybe something that I couldn't catch, and I want you to know that you were wrong. I did do it, and I did it with a little help, a little faith in the people around me and in myself, and a lot of hard work and perseverance. So you can do it too. Cut those corners, do your research. Like I said, I found, you know, all these little side here, there things to do. I worked on trading work with people to like cut corners too. Like, instead of doing like you pay me or I pay you, we traded services on a number of occasions. You know, just I'll do your makeup if you do my hair, or, you know, anything like that, just to like cut back daily costs. Having a support system that allowed me to kind of go without having to pay in a whole lot. Like, I still have regular bills to pay, but like not nearly as many as if I was on my own. And then finding those extra little hacks, like the little, you know, coupon apps and my dumb little job spotter app and all that stuff kind of helped me save up a little bit by little bit too. So I think one of the biggest things besides working hard was making connections to those people that I networked with, and was able to do some really cool work to be able to get my portfolio where I needed it to be. And almost all of that was on trade. You know, I'll help you, you help me, we'll build something together. And yeah, don't be discouraged. You can do this. I did this. And people are like, wow, that's amazing. Like, yeah, but I'm just a normal person. Like, I'm just a normal person doing something that I really enjoy and I really love. And as much as this opportunity is extraordinary, I don't feel like I'm anything super extraordinary. I'm just really, really stubborn. So you can be really, really stubborn and get what you want to. Just focus on it and make it your number one priority. Make what you want in your future your number one before anything else. That would be my biggest piece of advice. If you put other things before this, you're never going to get there. You have to put this first. Just this thing that you want, that has to be your top priority. School was my top priority. You know, I was already a year into trying to figure it out when I met my current boyfriend, and I was really honest right off the bat that this is my top priority. And you know, he respected that. And if you have people in your life that don't respect that, you don't need those people in your life. So pursue your dreams. And I hope this might have helped you a little bit, or at least inspired you to get rolling and do exactly what it is that you want to do.